Hi there, I'm the content director and commercial product photographer over at Crystal Clear Photography. I'm coming to you this week talking about a very important thing, and that's the relationship that you can have as a business owner with your photographer. The first key thing is picking your photographer. When it comes to picking your photographer, make sure that you've reviewed the client work, their style, that you've noticed key consistencies when it comes to their lighting and their editing, all of the kinds of things that are going to be really important for you. And keep in mind that a photographer is not a one-size-fits-all. So every photographer is not always going to be the right fit for your business or your product, or even the look that you might be going for. So really make sure that you vet the photographer's portfolio and that you're really going to be happy with the outcome that you're going to get from your photo shoot, because chances are they're probably going to shoot somewhat similar to the things that they've done in the past. And if you're not sure what their client work really looks like, don't hesitate to ask. Sometimes my Instagram feed is more things for my brand and less about my client work. So when people reach out to want to work with me, I provide them with examples of previous client work and examples that are tailored fit to things that might be similar to their brand. So if they're baby product companies, I show them other baby product companies that I have worked with before so that they can see how I've worked within that particular brand, that particular industry, and get a really good feel for how my style is overall. So make sure that you've fully vetted the photographer's style, their lighting, and all of those good things before you move forward. That way you make sure that you have a successful relationship. The second key tip is trust. Might seem kind of trivial, but it's so true. You've got to trust your photographer and the person that you're working with. When you do that, it really makes sure that the relationship overall is going to run very smoothly, and it means that you have to stress less and let us take on more. So as a photographer, I think that developing trust with the person that you're working with is very important, because I want you to know that I'm going to handle your products with care. I'm going to make sure that they look their best, and I'm always going to style everything to the brand and the ideal look that you would like to have for your audience to be able to relate to. So if you're feeling like you're not sure if you're ready to trust someone to handle taking on those photography needs, it might be time to dig deep, because having that trust factor is going to be super important to the overall relationship and the creativity. There's nothing worse than being a creative individual and having someone take things away from you, or not being happy with the outcome that you produce because you maybe don't trust them to be able to handle it, or you want to maybe control more of the process than maybe you should. So make sure that you take into consideration the trust factor and working with the person, making sure that you guys relate to each other, that you understand one another, and that you feel good about handing over your products and having that person really take on ownership of being able to work with you on your brand photos and all of the beautiful things that you're going to be selling. And lastly, clear communication and a clear business goal is going to be a really important, successful tool to making sure that you work really well with your photographer. Having a clear vision for what you want helps us see that, and then helps us also make sure that your photography goals are geared towards those marketing goals and your overall business goals. So making sure that you're coming to a photographer when you're ready for one with that clear plan, and making sure that you have clear communication on exactly what it is that you want, what you need, what your brand is, and what you're going to be using these photos for. It will help us then construct the shoot to make sure that it's going to be successful, it's going to reach all of those objectives, you're happy and we're happy, and everyone overall is going to be selling all of their products. So for more information on how to have a successful relationship, how to improve your own photography skills, or maybe what it looks like to hire a professional, make sure that you click subscribe below for weekly tips and videos from me, or you can head over to my blog at crystalclearphotographyaz.com. Until next week, I'll see you soon.